Today we'll be diving into the 6 major changes to the 3 classes, the Bard, the Ranger, and the Rogue, that have been unveiled in the latest One D&D Unearthed Arcana. Number 1, class groups. One big change here is that all classes are now grouped together into what are called class groups. Many people had already informally been grouping them together this way, and this actually harkens back to older editions. There are 4 different class groups: experts, mages, priests, and warriors. Experts are your bards, rangers, rogues, and artificers, even though they didn't come out in this Unearthed Arcana PDF. I'm still a little sour over that. Like, why couldn't you just get it done? Like, you got lots of people working for you. Couldn't you just get it in there? Mages include sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards. Priests include clerics, druids, and paladins, and warriors include barbarians, fighters, and monks. Each of these class groups will have features that are common to all of them. For instance, all classes within the expert group will have expertise as a class feature. Magic items and feats may also be limited to class groups. This is similar to the current requires attunement by a spellcaster thingy that you see on a lot of magic items, but it will be available for anyone within these various classes. Thingy. We're very technical around here. Number 2, 18th level features. Now, classes used to have a 20th level feature. These were often extremely hit or miss. However, that has been changed in this Unearthed Arcana. Instead, what used to be a 20th level feature has now been moved to 18th level. That means that you can now splash a level or 2 of Warlock, because always Warlock, right? Always Warlock, and still reach the capstone feature of your primary class. So why would anyone ever want to go to 20th level in a class and not just splash a little of this and splash a little of that? Epic boons, that's why. In One D&D, classes can now earn an epic boon when they reach 20th level instead of a capstone feature. Now, this is a big power boost to anyone who chooses to forego splashing other classes and run with a straight class all the way to level 20. Can anyone smell power creep? Capstone at level 18 if you splash a level or 2, which many builds do, as we know, or you can get an epic boon if you don't. Pump up the power, pump up the power. Because you know, we want to encourage people to buy One D&D, don't we? If it's not more powerful, people won't switch, so just whoop, 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 whoop. I'm sorry, I'm not salty at all. Hi, Barbarian here. I hijacked this fine video about One D&D to bring you a delicious dose of bacon grease. Actually, the bacon grease is for me, but this sleazy plug for my Layers of Legends Kickstarter is for you. If you'd like to get 2 big, massive hardcovers filled with 5th edition adventures, monsters, traps, puzzles, standalone encounters, and tons of other really cool things you can use in your games, then you should pre-order Layers of Legends before orders lock and you're screwed. That's right, time is running out, just like this bacon grease. And I swear on Fat Cat's big belly that I won't just buy more bacon grease with your precious pre-order money. Number 3, the Bard. Bardic Inspiration. Bardic Inspiration has been radically changed from the 5th edition version. No longer can a bard walk around handing it out to all their friends before combat, nor can their allies save it for when they want to use it most, which usually involves you forgetting to use it and then never getting to use it at all. I have never ever done that myself. Bardic Inspiration is now a reaction when a creature the bard can see or hear fails a d20 test. This reaction allows the creature to add their Bardic Inspiration die to the roll, potentially changing the failure into a success. What's interesting is that the bard doesn't actually need to see the creature they give it to. For instance, an invisible creature who can be heard can be given inspiration. Bardic Inspiration can also be used as a reaction to heal your allies after they take damage. This is, of course, extremely powerful because to date, it's the only way to heal an ally when it isn't your turn, unless you hold an action, of course. But, and this is huge, Bardic Inspiration doesn't break your concentration on a spell like holding an action would. If you're like holding an action to concentrate and cast a healing spell and just hold the healing spell ready to go, just in case somebody needs it, which would be really weird anyway, and I don't know why you would ever do that. So this is pretty much the only way to heal when it isn't your turn. Anyway, it looks like we're continuing the trend of making it harder and harder to die in D&D, which may or may not be your cup of tea, depending upon your playstyle and your preferences. Number 4, the Ranger, Favored Enemy. Favored Enemy has been rather nicely revamped for Rangers, depending on your point of view. I mean, its situational uselessness and ineffectiveness are now gone, along with some of the flavor that used to be part of playing the ranger class. Instead, Favored Enemy is a feature that a ranger can use in every combat against every foe. Basically, Favored Enemy allows you to always have the Hunter's Mark spell prepared without it counting against the number of spells that you can prepare. You do not need to concentrate on the spell after you cast it, which means that it can't be broken by you being hit, and you can also concentrate on a different spell at the same time if you wish. It will last for its full duration unless you end it as a bonus action or you're incapacitated, which probably is not going to happen because the Bard is just going to use their reaction to heal you so you never become incapacitated, right? Number 5, the Rogue. Was it already perfect? So the Rogue in One D&D is almost mechanically identical to its counterpart in 5th edition. The game designers were like, you know, the Rogue is great, we love it. What are we gonna change? I don't know, let's just pretend like we changed something. So its core feature, Sneak Attack, is virtually identical to the version found in the 5th edition player's handbook. The only major difference is that it is limited to once on each of your turns and not just once per turn. That's a big nerf, isn't it? That's a big old nerf they just threw at the Rogue. So they're like, you know, the Rogue is great, we love the Rogue. We're not gonna take away the critical hits from the Rogue, but wow, we're gonna take away your bonus sneak attack that you can make as a reaction on somebody else's turn. Who else wants to bet that people are going to show up on that One D&D survey in mass, raving and ranting about that little nerf right there? I guarantee you the next time an Unearthed Arcana comes out, they're gonna change that back to the way it was. 100% my next paycheck on that bet right there. Number 6, feats. There were way too many feats from this Unearthed Arcana to cover in full in this video. However, here are some of the biggest highlights. Based on the feats presented, all feats that are restricted to 4th level or above are half feats and grant a +1 bonus to an ability score. Of course, ability score improvement is the exception. It is no longer a class feature. Instead, ability score improvements are a feat that grants an ASI exactly as we are used to seeing it. Now, this change is necessary because feats are no longer an optional rule, but a core element of power creep? A core element of player gameplay. Look at me, just can't get my mind off the power creep. Epic boons are now 20th level feats as well. They aren't granted by getting experience points beyond level 20, and each character can only get one of them. I think Wizards is kind of like, well, nobody ever plays past 20 anyway. They always barely ever get there to begin with, and then when they get there, they don't stay there. So what's the point of having multiple epic boons on a character? Just give them one and call it a day. Anyway, the boons are mostly the same as been previously published with some minor tweaks. What do you think? I mean, do you love these changes? I mean, do you hate them? And what problems do you see? Let me know in the comments, because our team, as we review this Unearthed Arcana in excruciating detail, we'll be looking for feats that need fixing and provide our recommendations in a future video. If you'd like to learn more about the One D&D rules changes and everything that's getting broken as a result, check out either of these 2 videos right here, or click the link below to pre-order our Layers and Legends Kickstarter before orders lock and you're screwed.